Hello, I'm teacher Camila and I'm waiting for my students. I'm going to start calling them because we have this class today. So let's start calling the students. Let's see if John wants to join. Oh, he's not available, I think. Let me call him again. Call her. No. Let's try with Paula Andrea and Diana Joan Ortiz. Let's see if she can answer the call for today class. I'm going to start sharing, of course, my screen, my PPT presentation, because I'm going to use PowerPoint Live because I like to see you guys. Let me explore my PC and let me see what happened. Check 101. I'm calling them, but I think two of them are not available, so I'm just try to, wait for them. I'm calling Indiana Joan Ortiz Marin. She's the other student and maybe is available. If they're not all available at all, then I'm going to, of course, explain the session that I had prepared for today. So I'm going to wait 5 minutes to start the explanation. I'm going to turn off my camera and turn off my microphone. Well, I think maybe they can be here today, so I'm going to start. So for this week number 4, we have the topic typical weekend from AI and A2 levels. And we're going to start the class with our warm-up activity. Okay, we're going to use day of the week to explain maybe activities we do during the week or typical activities that we do in our daily life. So I want to warm up with them with something so easy that is the things about the days of the week. And what happened? That sometimes the student think it's so easy, but then when they try it, it turns out that they didn't know the days of the week. So it's a good way to learn, to practice, to activate the brain. So I love this activity. It's pretty fun. Then we start with vocabulary. I try to ask the student to help me out with the weekend vocabulary and extend vocabulary. They read the vocabulary, they read the explanation about it, and we discuss about it, and we try to think about how to use that vocabulary, that new vocabulary about weekend, and that extend vocabulary. Then, after we go with this one by one, when we start making weekend conversations, making simple sentences. I have in this case dance, paint, play, swimming, read, singing. There are words that we're activities that we are going to use by creating sentences with these words. Okay, so let's make a sentence with each example, and we start reading and we start making with this activity, or maybe other activities that the students knows. And of course, explain one by one how to use it, when to use it, what it means. Then we have this about expressing opinions, good and bad, not so good opinions, with some of these verbs. And let's make sentences with each sample. We make sentences, we correct, of course, make feedback to correct some mistakes and try to do the best, of course. Then we have weekend conversation, talking about weekend activities. So we have these weekend activities, right? What do you do on the weekend? Do you like to, what do you do on the weekend? Do you like to, what's your favorite movie restaurant is for, you know? And we use this to start talking. We made peers conversation and of course on others conversations. Then we start making storytelling activities. So the students and the teacher and I, sorry, the student and I start making this conversation, and we say, what is basic? What we find in here? And we start dividing. Then we have the adding details and a more advanced conversation. And then we have the forms, okay, the attendance, and a feedback moment where I ask the students what they think I can maybe improve, and they do it too. And of course, we have then the thank you. And the thank you, and I try to give a feedback for my students because I want them to achieve and improve some of the skills that we are using on these courses. So it's truly important to me to make a proper feedback by explaining what they can better and they can improve, and giving them tools. Of course, I try to give them tools, some things that they can handle better, and that is the main purpose of this class, where we talk a little bit and they can go out of the comfort zone. So that was all the class explanation for today. I tried so hard, but I didn't make it. So yes, I think that's it. And thank you so much for all your attendance and your explanations. And I think that's it. So bye-bye. Thank you. Have fun. I think I'm going to start the recording right now.